Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Fixed Capitals on Supermax Prison as part of our Felon Friday series. This one's sure to be a doozy. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position. We actually have prime real estate here for the strongest bonus on the board. That is the solitary confinement bonus. A little bit. They still have not fixed the spelling error here, which I find very, very humorous. We have a 5 here that we can play off of. Red had no material back here, so I get why they didn't cap here. They may try to slow roll me. They are in the 1st position. Blue could potentially play off of that if red does decide to do that. Now, I have to imagine that red is playing up here in high security entrance, high security gate, or down here in death row gate or death row entrance, because I really don't understand passing up on the solitary confinement gate territory or the general population gate territory. Losing out on both of those I think is a bit strange, and the fact that he places troops back here makes me think that he is likely playing off of high security gate. We see the fortify through. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So likely not a turn 1 take for us, probably not even a turn 2 take. I really am gonna have to try to monitor bonus takes on other parts of the board. Now I do find it interesting that purple capped back here behind blue. We aren't going to be able to see this operation, although yeah, this was my thought, is that blue potentially plays off of this here, fortifies away. That's where I'm going to take my card. It's the easiest card I have. Nice simple 4-on-1 that I don't have to add to. We know red's going to take out of here, and the fact that blue, so I think red attacked into cell H2 on that turn, so blue attacks down from high security entrance on that particular turn. Red will come likely off of the capital and make some moves there. Looks like orange is probably capped on cell G3. This is not a particularly good cap spot on the board for them, and they're actually going to hold completely off cap, which I sort of understand, unless pink gives you the business early. Now, yeah, the next turn I think is when I get a little bit, well, I don't love pink behind me, but I think I'll worry about that later. Take here, and then maybe just dip in on orange. Yeah, see, I was worried. I was trying to single dice roll, or double dice roll, I guess, and we lose the 89% roll. We can't win them on this channel, guys. We cannot win the 89% rolls. Very unfortunate, but I was wondering if this would happen. We do not go before orange. However, pink does win that roll. So orange is likely out of here. I have a 12 cap up here. Was pink the one originally hit off of that? I didn't see it. Oh, somebody was behind purple there. Oh, don't finish the bonus, brother. He does not know blue is there. If he stays off cap, blue is going to steal that capital. I think red is actually in one of the strongest positions on the board now. I may be able to scoop this, though. Double capital in a fixed cards game is very strong. And if pink, I didn't see any fortify action here. If orange is on cell G3, yeah, red's going to have to split, though. I think you hit. He's going to try to single dice roll in here. I would not try the single dice roll. I'll do a double dice roll, but actually I think with knowing you have the 5 fortify here, I think you just play off your capital and fortify the 5 over. Although he may have just won the 4-on-2. He did win the second 1-on-1 there. It looks like he's got more to hit, though, so I'm not super confident in that for him. Now, if orange is not still in this pocket, well, we got to wait to see if he's only getting 3, right? We want to confirm that this is, in fact, a capital on cell G3. I don't want to push for a cap if I don't know. Blue's got to be careful hitting purple. If purple did not get back to cap, blue has to be very careful hitting him. Orange still has his capital. All right. So wherever that material came from, there's the capital. So pink kind of wasting his troops there. I think we attack out of here. We just let orange have this. I would not get over. Ooh, I don't like this for orange. 5 should go back to capital. It does. Okay. Now, if blue stole from purple or purple, I don't love this. Let's attack out. I'm going to attack both of these out into the middle. There's pink's original. I'm not sure pink plays off of that. if purple has this bonus, I don't want to deal with purple if he's got the bonus. And we're going to dip into here again with a 2. That should work. We'll have a nice 12 cap defending. I'm not going to take it quite yet, but I didn't want purple in here just in case blue didn't break him. Blue did break him, but blue only attacked twice. So because he only attacked twice, yeah, purple hits me here. That's fine. And pink didn't even bother reaggressing orange. So we should be able to take this on the next turn. Red is our first bonus getter, but we'll eventually pass him with the 2 here. So red, I like red's starting play here. I think he made a wise choice. Interested to see where he goes. Probably just hits my 2. A little bit unfortunate. Unless blue left his cap relatively undefended. No, he's going to go heavy into orange. I don't really mind that he hit my 2. He may have just stolen orange's capital. It was only a 5 cap. He got in there with what, a 8 or a 9? Orange is not body. I think he's actually slow rolling the capital. Aggressive play by red. Very, very aggressive. Orange is going to need to try to chill, I think. You can see our trade-ins here. We are playing fixed. We don't play fixed too much on the channel, especially not for our Felon Friday series. Again, Felon Friday is a series on the channel where we play Supermax Prison, or more commonly, the Alcatraz match. We haven't played Supermax in a handful of weeks, so we're back here on this today. We're playing fixed, which I haven't done in a while on this map, even longer than that. I don't think he won Orange's cap on that roll. Orange is still here as well, but I have to imagine he's sitting right in front of it, which I would not love. I don't think pink is close to this bonus. We know blue doesn't have a bonus, so it's really going to come down to us. Well, it'll eventually be us and pink, but me versus pink versus red in terms of who's actually going to hold bonuses, as long as purple and blue keep quarreling over here. And that is the one issue with fixed on this map, on Alcatraz, is it really comes down to your spawning situations, unfortunately. It really heavily comes down to where you spawn in. Orange, yes, orange retains capital. You almost got to hope, if you're orange, that you have positioning elsewhere. If you go too heavy and trying to remove red over here, he's just going to come right back at you with the 10 troops he's getting. And he'll eventually snuff you out. I don't love this for orange a whole lot. Now, we don't want to give red any pathing into me. So we're going to take our bonus here, provided we get good enough dice on pink. I don't want to get overzealous here. No, we only lose 1. Yeah, that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. If red has a trade in here, not ideal, but I think that works perfectly fine for me. We now maintain the strongest bonus on the board. Except for the middle. I should mention, when I say the strongest bonus on the board, I'm obviously not including the middle bonus. And the reasoning behind that is because the middle bonus is basically unholdable here. If you hold, it's kind of like Asia on the classic map. And I know we've got some people, there's somebody who has wanted to see me hold Asia for a while. Can't remember if it was Gavin or somebody else, but I think it was somebody else. They wanted me to hold Asia. One of the Bens maybe wants me to hold Asia in a game. And you basically only ever hold Asia if you're going to win the game on the classic map. And I feel the same way about this middle bonus here. Does red remove me on the 2? It does not. He goes back into orange. So orange did clean sweep this. It's possible that red steals this capital and then we actually get the luxury of being able to go steal it ourselves. Like, if red takes this, he likely won't have a very strong defense on it, and then we can swoop in and steal it. Especially because orange moves before me, so if orange even tries to take a card here, and he doesn't take it, and he doesn't fortify away either, so orange is just going to have to hit out through whatever red left there. I don't think red realizes how heavily he's helping me. So we'll have even if I make that play off of the 2 here, we'll have oh, we actually have a full-on trade-in too. Cell S2 is here, so not the best fortify forward just yet, but I could actually probably steal red's cap. Blue just took purple's too, so did he trade? He did not trade, so I don't think he's very strong over here if he just rolled purple. So the question becomes, do I play into orange? Do I play into red? Or do I play into blue? I think blue is probably my best bet with the double capital hold over here. Trade in, we'll get 12 troops. Have a trade in. 33. I can't imagine blue is very strong over here. 11 on cap for red. No, he is not. He is absolutely not very strong. Not a bad roll. I will leave 7 here. Got to be a little bit careful. If pink has a trade-in, he could hit me, but I don't think... Oh, he does have the bonus. That's not great. Maybe a little early for that maneuver. Blue lives as well, which means he's down here. It really comes down to whether or not pink wants to aggress me. Orange took his card. I assume red continues going into orange down here. Purple is botted, so purple bot may actually eliminate blue here. I didn't think pink had this whole bonus. I thought that 4 turns was maybe cutting it a little bit close. It's taking a long time to decide what he wants to do. He could obviously take this. He could come hit red. Could try to take down here. He's got options. He's taking a little too long to decide those options. Does he roll? Does not. He goes over to the left. Oh, he's going to kill purple. Well played. And he can get blue here as well. Very well played. But I'm wondering if pink is trying to leverage... You know, now you run the risk if you roll this now. I think there's some risk. He puts 5 here. He's going to try to get blue down here as well. Then you can roll this. He doesn't. And he doesn't eliminate blue. So blue's going to be coming back with a trade. And we got to hope red either doesn't set here or continues pounding into orange. If we hold both of these bonuses on this turn, it really comes down to this moment here. If we hold both... Wow, red does not hit us. So if blue doesn't trade, blue's obviously going to come out of the woodwork and try to come hit me, but he'll only be getting 3 troops. I think that despite, you know... I didn't even inherently get bad dice. I got pretty decent dice. It's just... It was risky regardless, but if I don't make that move then, like if I hold this position now, I'm pretty golden, even without the trade. And if blue doesn't set, we're going to go eliminate blue down here. We don't know for a fact, but we know pretty likely that he's not bottom left. Not surprised. Purple cap behind somebody. Could have capped in here with nobody up front. Granted, he didn't know the situation here. I think red had this middle territory pink here, so purple would have had no vision on the middle. It's just a matter of guessing between these 2 bonuses on which one you should sit in. But let's see what blue does. I don't think he can even get to the cap with enough troops, even if he is down in here. If he takes a card and doesn't trade, we are going to hunt him. I know it's fixed, but we're still going to hunt that. Bottoms up. Share a Coke with your dude is what this can says. Got Coke Zero. I almost think Coke Zero. This is a hot opinion. Hot take, but I think Coke Zero may be better than regular Coke. It doesn't have quite the sting, which a lot of times I'm not looking for the throat sting. Bot trade? Bot trades. All right, then we're not going to hunt blue right now. There's no real point. Although orange has lost his capital. Which bonus do we think orange is in? Because orange will fight back. Do we think red has cleaned him out of here? Or do we think he's down in here? And do we think he's also botted? Because I don't think there's much point in hunting the bots. Although orange has been trying most of this game, despite a crappy situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is not gone. But also, with the way players bot out in Risk, I wouldn't be surprised if he is still here either. Or is gone, rather. It looks like he may be gone. So, I think with the position that I'm in, neither of my bonuses can be broken without hitting a capital. Red has a trade-in. I think defense is going to be my best play. Even if, yeah, orange bot auto set. So that's a bunch of bot troops down on the bottom that I just simply don't think are worth it. So we do this. 20. Don't love the distribution there, but do you think orange is in here? So, by the way, I know he's on 5 cards, but that break was tactical because I don't want to let him get 6 extra troops on a trade-in when he could potentially roll my cap on the left. So, because I accidentally placed a little bit too much over here, I intentionally break red, kind of knowing that he's going to be bait anyway. Right, pink knew I was over here. Regardless, that's kind of a non-factor. Pink's got to be a little bit careful with his capital. We knew red would trade in here. Right, so I knew he would trade. I knew he would have the bonus. I'm fine with him coming to hit me because it's not like he's going to be... This is exactly what I wanted. I essentially wanted him to bait himself into placing troops over here. Now, I don't think red is the strongest of players in the world. The question here, and I don't have a trade, and this is the problem, I would like to aggress pink. I would really actually genuinely like to make a play into the pink player. The issue behind wanting to make a play into the pink player is pink is on 5 cards. I can stack up next to him reasonably well. I'm getting double the amount of troops he is, but I have to split those between my 2 capitals. So if I opt to roll his capital, I need to make sure I get through with enough troops to be able to then finish him off, which I would trade in off of him, but I'd be relatively undefended for red. Red could theoretically cap run off of that, right? I have 3 caps, red has 2. I would have 4 caps in that scenario. I don't think, unfortunately, guys, I think this game is going to take longer because I just simply don't think I have the means to eliminate the pink player here. I think there's going to be too many splits back here that even if I got like an even roll, I just wouldn't have enough defending. Red could have a trade-in. He's going to have the double bonus. His double bonus is not quite... It's only weaker than mine by 1 troop in a capital, right? So 3 total troops, which is not going to be enough of a difference maker. Now, I will say, we have Fergus here. Fergus has not appeared on camera in quite some time. It's been hot in the house, so I get why he wouldn't want to be in here laying on the computer, but it's been hot the past couple days. We've been hitting the AC up. No big deal. I'll fortify this way. We're going to defend. Actually, you know what? I'll probably just keep that in the middle. 26 here, 27 there, pull forward. I think that works for me. So I'll just leave this here so I can start pulling these troops up from the back. And we'll feel pretty confident about a defense situation here. I don't love that pink... Oh, pink must be playing back in here then for his take. I think these bots are too strong. I actually think you're actively... I think that that's an active detriment to the pink player, that maneuver there. I don't have a trade-in. He'll be back on 5 cards. He's also eliminating blue, it seems. I'm surprised he would have had enough troops in there to do that. I think it may be beneficial for me to try to take blue out myself on this next turn. Red gets 18. We got 22. So we actually get 4 more than him because of territory count. I think that red must be below the 6 plus 4, 10, 11. Yeah, he's at exactly 11. So if he doesn't get hit on this next turn, he'll be fine. Pink takes out orange. I won't have enough generators. 22, 49 on this. I would need red to hit me in the middle. We'd have to double tap pink, which even though I would get a double trade off of him, I just don't think is worth it. Now, if red bots here, I have an advantage in a red botting scenario because I don't know why red would bot. Red's in position to get this at least second in this game, but maybe he's intimidated by my presence. Simply put, red's position is the second best position on the board behind the position that I have taken. And he actually places all of his troops at the last moment. So I got to be a little bit careful with that because everything landed here. But he does miss a card. And missing a card in the game is obviously not ideal. When blue traded for the 6 trade. So orange actually traded for a full 10 and pink had the means of taking that out. I think that was after. Like, I don't think red had removed any of that back here. So I'm going to go scoop blue on 3 cards. I think, in my opinion, kind of a... That actually worked out better than I thought it would. So I did not realize Pink had that many troops off capital. Because he had that many troops off capital, it actually makes it easier to eliminate him long term. That was 21 troops off cap that he just put there. And that was counting an elimination on... Yeah, he's not going to hold... You're not going to hold this, dude. I'm not going to let you. There is no reason I should let him hold this. Absolutely none. I'm hoping red gets aggressive here because it's going to be a little... there's no reason to let pink hold a double bonus. Realistically, the best way to play this is just to keep my caps strong enough where red can't get through them and to target pink. Because red's got too strong of a defense here, right? I can't get through that right now. I can get through what pink is working with here, and the more pink operates off cap with, the easier it is going to be to take his capital and eliminate him. So I think that was a misplay. I think leaving all of those troops off cap just was not wise. Now, there is still a chance red bots here. The more turns red doesn't play, the better it is for us, even if he is still here. His cap is obviously not very strong. It actually probably makes more sense to target red, but I think pink is the better player. As long as red still... If red bots, then I have to target pink anyway. It's an unfortunate state of the game. Placement should not be determined. This is going to spread everything, too. It's just going to make him harder to kill. Placement, to be honest, should not be determined by... I just got to make sure he's below 12. 1, 2, what has he got? In the bonus, he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I don't bother going beyond that. I did not get particularly good dice there. We perfectly even rolled that. I didn't want to trade in the well, actually I had a bunch of 4. I had 4 cars anyway. It didn't really matter. We just got the dude, but doesn't make any sense. I'm getting 21 turn. It truly, and pink has no pathing into me either. There's truly no sense behind letting him hold this bonus. Just none. Simply none. No sense to letting him hold this. And he probably shouldn't even take it. Taking it again is just going to get me to break you again. I feel bad for him because there's really nothing he can do here to stop me from continually pounding into him. But you guys may think, oh, C-Money, you're being rude. Honestly, I want to win and I want to progress the game. And I hate, on Supermax Prison especially, it's my biggest qualm with this map is people just putter along and they try to reach this even board state and nobody wins. I gotta recognize, one, that the red player, red's botted. So I've got to recognize, one, that red is simply not playing the game, and 2, that this is going to be some expensive cards here too, because this will probably end up sitting in front of me. I've got to recognize that red is not particularly playing the game. Now, if this breaks here, I won't even bother. It doesn't look like it's going to, though. If that cap fortifies out, it likely fortify... Does it fortify here? So pink actually will hold for a turn, which is less than ideal, but I might be able to go steal that. Or force him into the big red stack here. I don't think I want to take that, though. It doesn't fortify out. Interesting. It's a 100% cap roll. I'm going to leave, like... I'm actually not even going to defend this one. Shoot. Oh my god. What? 289% rolls in a row, bro. That's so frustrating. Actually, you know what? I am going to defend this one. We're not going to defend the other one. So I'm going to pivot here. I'm going to let red get into here as a bot. I assume pink has a trade-in, and he does have this. But then if he blasts through this and takes over here, what ends up happening is this bot will roll him on this capital. I think that was a worthwhile risk. I got bad dice on the 2. You know, I'm trying to roll a 2-on-1 to leave fewer troops behind. And unfortunately, I ended up just losing whatever I was going to have to put there. which is a bit of a bummer. Now, he may bot, in which case red probably just targets him anyway, like the red bot. But this will spread out. It probably even comes off this capital, so I can steal this. It's really about bot manipulation, and it's a shame. Like, I'll try to keep pink alive back here if I can. If the bot doesn't eliminate him, he tried to stay in the game, which I respect. Well, not until now. Honestly, if you quit now, I'm just trying to leverage a position to make sure I win, because that's the goal. Now, he hasn't fully flagged, so it didn't fully bot him out. My mindset, though, is that this just eliminates him. Bot spreads out, takes all of this up top, and then we'll just have to place some chunky risk here. Yeah, that is going to eliminate him, most likely. I knew it would take me here. It's going to dip back here and take... Oh, wait, maybe not. No, there it goes. So it doesn't eliminate him back here. I have a full trade in as well. Does this come off the... Actually, comes off... I don't even know if it came off the other capital. We'll leave pink back there, I guess. Can probably leave this as a 12, although the bot is going to trade in, right? So let's just do this. These may end up being expensive rolls. Hopefully not. That was even. And then let's see what we get here. I'm going to hold like that. Pull this up here. Bot's going to have a trade in here, so I'm hoping pink just plays and trades and it exists, but I think red likely eliminates him here, which is unfortunate. Like, I need to try to leverage a position to again, not get absolutely walloped by the bot. Yeah, he has botted, and the bot is holding him hostage. So that'll be an elimination for the bot. It's going to get 20. It's going to trade in. Yeah, it's going to hit the 13 cap here. But at least I retain this position. That was my mindset. All right, like, now I've traded this off. This is only worth one more. I knew if I fortified here, I'd get rolled. So now it at least... It only loses 16, but should be able to take this clear out here. The bots aren't very intelligent, so it will trade in, which is... Oh, it doesn't trade in. But pink is... I mean, pink quit too, right? Somebody said it best recently, is like, do you really owe these... If they quit the turn after somebody else quits, are they really owed anything? And the answer, I honestly think, is no. So to give myself extra cards here, and to make sure I win the game, we're going to take the route of fewest bots playing turns out of risk. I don't think... Oh, I do actually have a full trade-in, so I can scoot back in here and at least break the bot on this location. I had a feeling it was holding in here. So scoot over here. This 34 should start attacking. Bot's only getting 14 now, though. And actually trades early. Trades on 3. We don't have a trade on 3 ourselves. And the bots are going to stack against me, so I kind of have to force them off their positions. I think the 10 is going to be what operates first. Oh, the 21 actually moves. Okay. That should be an easy retake here. This will break. I thought the 9 might attack off. The 20 is going to attack. I'm surprised both caps maneuvered there. I don't have the means of taking the 9 yet. But the bot won't have a trade-in. This will take me out of here. No, leaves me down there. So no bonus, no extra bonuses for this bot here. We'll just scoop behind then. Not phenomenal dice, but that probably gets rolled, but any amount of chunking I can do on this bad boy is probably pretty good. 14, or either, honestly, both of these probably roll me. 17 is what would likely take priority. It's just about distributing these troops and taking the win. That actually got incredible dice. Only lost 3 on a 5 cap. This will take me out of here. We come off the 35. We do some damage down here. I only have a truck trade, so I don't really want to use that. 31 troops. Let's just deal some damage, honestly. This should be enough to wrap it up on the next turn. We get the card that we want for a full trade-in. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you seize the moment on the Supermax prison map. I saw that blue took the capital. I could have eliminated purple. I chose not to. That actually, honestly, the purple elimination is probably what got Pink a bunch of extra troops in here that didn't land on his capital. But cap defense is the most important thing. If you keep trying to defend a bonus, you're going to put yourself in a game-losing situation. Let's see. 34 troops. We get a full trade in. I'd like to world dom. I'm feeling a little spicy. Let's see what we can't do. I just took 6 off of that. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think we have it, guys. 2-on-2? Come on. The best world dom you've... No, that's not going to happen. I won't waste everybody's time, though. Let's just win this bad boy. I would have tried... If I had the troops, I would have done it. But I did not have the troops. So... false world dom. For the 4 territory remaining world dom. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check the ranks of my opponents. Got intermediate on red and blue. Beginner on our other 3 players. If you guys enjoyed this one and you want to keep getting better at the game of Risk by watching these videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video as well. I greatly appreciate the support, everybody. As always, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.